Okay, one quick thing I want to show you in this video. See, if you want to hide this success message after 5 seconds or 10 seconds, then you can configure a static files and write one simple jQuery function. Okay, so let's do that in this video because I just want the success message to be disappeared after 5 seconds or 6 seconds. Okay, so let me first go to settings.py, and you know what, we have not configured static files. Okay, so we have not configured static files, so that is the reason we first have to configure static files because we just want to write the static JavaScript, right? So JavaScript is considered as static files in Django. Okay, so static URL is here in the settings.py. So we just want to say static files underscore TIRS is equal to open a list. So from here, I want Django to be looking for all the static files. Okay, so AWD main / static. Okay, so put a comma, and you know what, we have to create this static folder as well. Okay, so because we are pointing to static, right? So that's why we have to create one static folder inside AWD underscore main. Let's create that static. Okay, it's not a file, it is a folder. All right, so inside this static folder, we'll create one folder again. Okay, we'll call it as JS. Okay, inside this static, we'll create one folder called JS. Inside this JS, we'll create one file that is called custom.js. Okay, so in the future, whatever custom JavaScript or jQuery we need for the project, we'll be writing here in this file. Okay, so currently we just want this success message to be hidden after 5 or 6 seconds. Okay, so simply say set timeout open, and inside this function set timeout function, we'll create a new function, and okay, open this curly braces, and first of all just say, if you don't know jQuery, don't worry. Okay, so because in this project we are not going to mainly focus on jQuery or JavaScript, we will be focusing more on Django. All right, so just write it along with me. So we just want this ID. Let me check what ID I want to hide. Let me inspect, and okay, so this is the class messages, right? So what I'll do is I'll actually go to templates and alerts.html, right? So with this class messages, we'll give ID. Okay, ID is equal to messages. Okay, so with this class also you can hide the message, but I like to point out these divs with the ID. Okay, so just save this, and here hash messages, hash means ID, right? So this div should be fade out. Okay, so in this fade out, the O is capital, right? Fade out, and let's say slow. Okay, fade out slow, and after this curly braces ends, just say 5000. Okay, 5000. So it's a 5000 milliseconds. Okay, so after 5 seconds, it will be hidden. Okay, so this messages div will be hidden. Right. So save this file, and next thing what you have to do is you just have to stop the server and just run collect static python manage.py collect static. Okay, so this will collect all the static files and put it inside one static folder on the root folder. Okay, so hit enter. Okay, so just say yes. If you want to know more about static files, or if you don't know, you're seeing this static file for the first time, just see my free course. Okay, so it has everything, how it works, okay, how the static files work, what is this static URL, everything is there. Okay, so that's a free course. Just make sure you have a look at that. Okay, so just say yes, and there is one problem. Okay, we got the error you're using a static files app without having static root setting. Okay, I'm sorry for that. We actually need to set the static root, static underscore root. Okay, static root is equal to base directory / in the single quotation, just say static. Okay, so this is actually for the production website. Okay, so we'll again run python manage.py collect static. Okay, see 126 static files copied to this folder, which is here inside this. Okay, so I just want to say this static folder that we have created inside this AWD main, right? So this will run in the development server, and we ran this collect static, right? So after running this collect static command, one new static folder has got created. Okay, so this is for production website. Okay, so in the production server, this code will be loaded. Okay, so you can see just created the same thing, right? So that's why, just because many people get confused why we are creating a static here also and here also. Okay, so just make sure. So when this debug is equal to false, that means your website is on production. Okay, so in that case, this root static folder will be loaded, and when this debug is equal to true, then that means you are working on the development server. In that case, your static folder, which is inside this AWD main project folder, will be loaded. Okay, so that is the difference between this static and this static. Okay, so this static is for production, this is for the development. Okay, so all right, now let's run the server and see if things are working. Let me close this, refresh this, and if you want to make sure your code is okay, so one other thing, we also want to do this because we have created this custom.js, right? But we also want to include that in this import data template as well, right? Data entry, go to this import data.html. So in here, just above your head tag, just write this. We just want to load this script. Okay, script. So src is equal to you have to load your static. So first of all, load static from here, load static. Okay, so now you can actually call static files here. Okay, static space, just say js/custom.js. okay, save this file, and now if you refresh this view source, and you can see script source is added, right? Click on this, so this code should be running. Okay, so it is showing 10,000. okay, sorry, yeah, it is not 10,000. I should actually refresh it, hard refresh it. Okay, now you can see 5,000. all right, so 10,000 was of my previous project. Okay, all right, now let's refresh this. Okay, so hard refresh it so that your JS will be loaded in this page, and choose one file, student data, and student, just import. This message should be disappeared in 5 seconds. Okay, and see, it just got disappeared. Okay, so that's how you do this small changes to your website, such as this, set timeout and fade out things. So that's how you disappear the success message or error message. Okay, so yeah, thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.